Okay, we're live. I'm gonna hand
All
it over to
right.
you to quiz.
Hey world, how you doing? My name is Kamal J. Pryor, aka Quiz, proud founder CEO of Quizmax Inc. Social media professionals, and welcome back. If you've been following this series, this is Brandon Made Easy with business resource specialist Brian Lath, a wonderful, phenomenal guy who really puts together tons of information, and he handles our business resources here at Quizmax Inc. in such a phenomenal way. We have so much access to doing so many different things, and it's just an honor and a pleasure to be back here. Now, if you just joined the program for the first time, you may want to, I would highly encourage you to click the button beneath and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Listen, the value never ends here. The last three or four Brandon Made Easy series we did, we gave away so much information I had to almost stop the presses. You know what I mean? Like, we almost gave away the whole farm. But the reality of things is that this is a great program if you are a marketer in any capacity and you want to learn a couple of tricks of the trade or just basically expand your knowledge base. I mean, what other better way to do it than to watch it right here for free on YouTube? And if you want to find a phenomenal team, then I'm telling you right now, you're not going to get many people who are a lot more technically savvy with fundamental, sound, solid, tried and proven methods, techniques, and tools and resources as my good friend and business partner, Mr. Brian Lake. So please feel free to subscribe, tell a friend about our channel here. Leave comments if you have any questions. And Brian Lake, welcome, welcome. Thank you for inviting me to the program. What do you have in store for us today, Mr. Lath?
Well, tonight I've got a couple quick topics. The main topic will be membership, the membership suite. Attended a I attended a lot of webinars this week, but one of them was specifically about how one guy is using membership sites to basically produce a full-time income for him. Input, and I've got a little bit to share on that. I'm also going to add a little bit to the email marketing that I discussed last week. And I'm going to talk about how I'm using my daily planner here, my paper. So, Quiz, did you have anything you wanted to share?
Well, usually I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to share, but I really wanted to share kind of a progress report, if I may say. Ever since we started doing these Brandon Made Easy series, I get a lot of people in my inbox, people calling me and stuff like that. Like, there's been a lot of response over the information that you're sharing here, and a lot of people are learning a lot of nice stuff. I just want to encourage you guys, listen, this program here, we host it every Sunday. All right, it comes on, and I would highly encourage you to come on the program. Take the opportunity to ask the questions on the air. I would encourage you to do such because, there's no such thing as, the only bad question is the one that you don't ask. So I'd like for you to have an opportunity to really find out why our team is so awesome and phenomenal. And I just want to give you guys a status update. Like right now, just for the fact that we have such great programming, I'm getting a lot of response. I'm getting a lot of people telling me about how thankful they are that we put together something like this. A lot of people are looking at talking to me, working with them in some sort of ways. And I mean, I just have to say I'm very proud to know that we're doing something of value, that the response that I'm getting from what we're doing is well received, and it just makes me feel good. It really makes me feel good. A lot of people right now are benefiting from the information that we're giving away here freely on YouTube. So, I mean, I always say with Quizmatic Inc. Social Media Professionals, there's a couple of key phrases that I have. Giving is living, sharing is caring, learning is earning. I stand by all of those principles, and you're getting it right here. You're getting it right here. We give freely. At the same time, we can help you in the business or the opportunity that you're in. But there's no people do business with people. And that's something I really want to let you guys know out there. What I'm all about here at Quizmatics is what we're trying to do here is basically I have a philosophy that just says if you help enough people get what they want in life, then you'll get everything that you want. If you help enough people get what they want in life, you'll get what you want. Zig Ziglar said that. And I want to share this with you. When it comes to business, it doesn't make a difference what opportunity it is. But when you build the people, all right, the people who build the business. See, a lot of people get it wrong. They go in and try to build a business and your opportunity doesn't really work out right. But listen, if you build the people will build the business. All right, so that's what it's all about. If you're not going to be a person who has something to give back to the people that you're bringing into your business, then how long is it going to sustain itself? Probably not very long. All right, so you have to be very firm and solid in what it is that you really expect to get out of your business and what it is that you expect to give back to your business, because you have to have some value, and it has to be about something more than just your monetary, just people getting money, because there's tons of ways people can make money out there, but people stick with you when you're giving them value. So I didn't really have anything on the ledger that I really wanted to say today, Brian, but I did want to let you know that your program is well received. I get a lot of great response off of it. I get questions all of the time about that funnel program that we did, actually, the funnel builder. And, quite naturally, you're the business resource specialist. So that's the reason why I'm encouraging you, if you're watching this program, to actually put it in your schedule. Join one of our lists. We have a whole newsletter. Brian, what was that newsletter that you just shared, the Branding Made Easy newsletter? Maybe we need to put that on our YouTube channel or whatever, or maybe we need to make a pop-up or an anecdote on this video. Either or, I would highly encourage you to get on our mailing list and get this information, because it can actually really help you a lot. And if you're getting great information like this as an outsider, imagine what kind of information and help and assistance you're going to get as a team member here on Quizmatic Sync. And you can identify us easily, usually by the call letters KMX at the end of a name. So that's pretty much all I really wanted to say right there. And I thank you for once again inviting me on the program. Thank you for adding to the Quizmatic Inc. content, Brian. This stuff here is helpful, it's useful, and it's beneficial. So whatever you have on your agenda today, I'm all ears. Look, guys, I have my notepad just like I'm encouraging you to. I have a pen. You want to come to these things, take notes. You're going to find valuable information, so you just want to be prepared. So, Brian, I'm ready. I'm not only am I a mentor, I'm also a student. Brian, your microphone, it looks like it's muted. There you go.
I'm sorry. Did you have a question? You said something about funnels.
No, I was saying I'm getting a bunch of questions, and I'm getting questions about the funnels, and people are asking more information about the funnels. Well, listen, guys, I'm just trying to tell you that you can get information right here by coming on our program, all right? But we already give away the information for free. You can easily go and check out my YouTube channel, go check out Brian's YouTube channel. The videos are still there. But if you still have questions, or if you still really want a little bit more information, join a team. Join a team. We'll work with you, or just come on a program. That's what I'm trying to encourage them. It's not really a question, Brian. It's just saying I'm getting a lot of questions. I'm getting a lot of people who are communicating with me, but they're communicating in a kind of indirect fashion. We're creating this program so you can have an opportunity to ask any question that you have directly, not indirectly. Does that make sense to you guys? So I'm just encouraging people to come on a program, or to go back and check out our history of programs that we do have, and encouraging people also to join a team. There's nothing to be scared of. Brian doesn't bite, neither do myself, and we've been more than happy to help you guys out grow your business as well.
Quiz, when I share my screen, is it coming through clear?
Yeah, actually it is. See
okay, good. Because
make sure that you click the make sure that you have your screen clicked on your screen so that everybody can see it in as the main picture frame there also, Brian.
Yes, I've got that. Right? So is everybody able to see my screen? Okay. I don't have two computers here. I'm going to hopefully do that two-computer one of the webinars, one of the webinars that I attended this week, they explained that you can get a much better quality webinar when you run two computers and you screen share off of one and talk into the other, which means you got to turn all the volume and everything off of one of them.
Yeah, I do that all the time, and it's true.
Here I've got notes on, but I'm going to just quickly talk about. Well, first of all, I'm glad you brought up the idea of funnels, because of the webinars that I attended this week. I attended some of the very, very top webinars. The guy who puts together the No Excuses seminar, he did a webinar this week. And the title of his webinar was something that seven-figure earner gurus are not telling you. Okay, for a second. I'm not a seven-figure earner, okay? I'm kind of close. Well, I'm a six-figure. I was a six-figure earner at one time in network marketing, but 10 times more than that, right? Right, Quiz?
That's correct.
So, so he's saying that there's a topic out there that seven-figure telling you. Well, when I watched his webinar, the webinar that he's teaching is exactly what I'm teaching. The content of my webinar was the same as the webinar. So I guess what I'm trying to say is my webinar is basically on the cutting edge of what the quote-unquote seven-figure earners out there are teaching people right now. So all I want to say is I'm studying really, really hard to find this information. So I'm really pouring out there the best that I can. So I'm constantly, I've got a new schedule here, and I was using, well, originally a long time ago, before smartphones were popular, I was using Day Planner, and I just picked one up here from Walmart a couple days ago for like I think $5. And this particular one that I have doesn't have dates printed. Like sometimes you go in there and it'll say this is a 2015 planner. Well, my planner was essentially blank. I had to fill out all the dates and everything. I thought was really cool because I'm starting in the middle of the year. I'm not starting at the beginning of the year, and that way I'm not going to waste any paper here. But it was about $5, and it was completely blank. And it's a size that'll really fit into any kind of small bag. It's about half the size of a sheet of paper, so I don't know what that means. But I wish I could. It's not very big. But ever since I've been using it, this is my second week, and it's really, really helping me get to all the webinars and everything that I have planned. Because prior to using my smartphone, I don't know what the deal was. I was putting stuff into my smartphone. I just think my smartphone was like inundated with all these different notifications of all kinds. My schedule calendar actually got kind of overlooked. But I'm doing a lot better job with for some reason. I love electronic. As far as keeping myself planned and organized, I'm doing a lot better job with a paper calendar. So I just wanted to mention that. The next step I want to do with my learning is I actually do a journal, which will also be on pen and paper. It'll be bound up, so it'll either be a notebook or it'll be a hardcover book, but it'll be a book where I'm the coach that I'm primarily working with right now. He wants us to have a journal specifically for his coaching. But what's going to work for me is I want to take all of the stuff that I'm learning in one book, because it's going to be hard for me to organize. Where's that book? Where's that? Where's that book for that kind of training? That book for that kind of training. I'm just going to put all the training. I'm going to have like a training journal where whether I listen to a conference call or I go to a webinar or maybe I even go to I'm also going to start going to some like local events. But wherever I go, I'm going to grab that one notebook and take all my notes, because they're all in some way related to building myself, in trying to build myself, as well as building my business and so forth like that. And I like the other day there was something, and I still want to know the training that I heard something from, and to relate that better to my talk here on this Branding Made Easy Weekly. There's some training that I want to relay, but I was the person who told it to me, and I want to better explain it. So I got to find out who that was and go through that course. But I think I have an idea of who it was that said that, so I can freshen up and give you the good news on that. Screen here. Oh, before I go into this, because this is a bit of a longer topic, I just want to say something kind of funny. Ryan Deiss had a seminar recently, Conversion Summit, and that's supposed to be like it's supposed to be the biggest deal, I guess, in internet marketing, from what I understand. as far as definitely not a cheap one to go to. And he said, Ryan Deiss said that 2015 is going to be the year of the Pixel. Okay. I have Sony on there. Quiz, can you see the Sony picture?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So Ryan Deiss said that he said 2015 is going to be the year of the Pixel. So can everybody hear this?
Certainly can. Well, actually, no, I can't hear it. I can see it, though.
I'm sorry?
Check the sound on your YouTube video there, Brian.
Is it too loud?
No, we can't hear it at all.
No, I can't hear it either, Brian.
If you're using a two-computer system, then you remember that one of them is probably on mute.
You're saying you can't hear the screen?
No, I can't hear the screen at all.
Okay.
Looks like a nice video, though.
Yeah, I was really trying to do this to kind of be funny. I don't know if Ryan Deiss knew this, but this movie that's coming out is called Pixel.
Awesome.
And essentially, it's Donkey Kong and different video games have come to attack us because when we sent out the probes back in the 80s, they thought we were.
Oh my goodness. You're totally God, Brian. So what you're showing us that Space Invaders is about to be real, and they're really going to look like they live in a video game.
There's Centipede and all kinds of different. I wanted to see if I could show a picture of this big Pac-Man. Here it is. Come on. So this Japanese guy is the guy, I guess, who created Pac-Man, and so this is the big Pac-Man that came to invade. And he said he was going to go up and talk to his son. He reaches out his hand and Pac-Man bites it. So now he's pissed. So anyway, that movie is apparently coming out sometime this year. What Ryan Deiss really meant when he said that 2015 is the year of the Pixel, it has to do with Facebook has something called a retarget, and it's very, very similar. I went over it a little bit on episode 2 where I talked about funnels, but Facebook has a pixel, and a pixel is something feedback from somebody. Getting feedback from somebody. Episode 2 has a little bit about pixels, and Facebook has pixels. We're able to to a cookie. A cookie is stored on our own browser, but a pixel is stored on, if it's a Facebook pixel, it's stored on Facebook server. But essentially, it's that a certain person has visited a website, and we can track. Now, it's based on a specific URL, so we can track people who your landing page. And then if they've submitted the email and gone to a thank you page, we can also put a pixel on the thank you page. And then that way, if we want to target the people who didn't opt in, target everybody who hit the landing page and exclude the people who opted in, and that would be the people who didn't opt in, which is roughly probably about 70% for most of us. And we could target those people. And I don't know the exact specifics, but you actually increase your sales when you do that. So the reason they brought that up is because there are other websites that you can do retargeting with. I'm going to bring one up here that I just learned about. 50onred.com, I believe is what it's called. I haven't ever been here yet. But it's called 50 on Red, and what I believe that means, $50, essentially you can get into the retargeting game. A lot of the other websites require more than $50, is what my understanding. I don't really know. Let's see. This looks like a really difficult site. I'm going to learn more about this, but my understanding is that essentially $50 you can start getting into the retargeting game, whereas the other websites be a little bit more expensive than this one. So this is one that for people on a smaller budget, they're going to be able to actually get into the retargeting game. So so that covers what I learned at a couple webinars this week. I also want to give you an update on what I'm going to be coming up here. So this episode here, number 4, is on membership sites, and episode 5 is going to be on WordPress and web hosting. And that will be next week of March. And then the 5th of April, I am going to discuss the webinar utility. Basically doing all the different ways you can make money with webinars and webinar utilities and so forth. So that's what's coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to discuss tonight membership sites. And I went to a webinar this week where a guy, he was somebody who did a lot with way back, and I can't remember the songs that he said. There was a couple songs he listed that he had some part in. He's like a studio guy, and he had some part in some different really popular, had gone on like in the 80s and 90s, and it had gotten to be the point, something changed, I think, in his industry, and he decided that he was going to get involved in the internet. Somebody told him that he should do a membership site, and the reason that he wanted to do a membership site was because he had some specific knowledge, and he wanted to gain an audience of people that were knowledgeable or wanted to learn knowledge from him about what he was able to do as far as sound recording, video recording, and music and stuff like that he was helping other people with. So he got involved with that, and essentially what a membership site is, it's a site that gives your audience, each member of your audience, it gives them a unique login ability, so they have their own username and password. Like if you think of like a back office for a network marketing company, and that's what a membership site is. It gives you the ability to give individual login access to other people. Now you can set up a very, very simple site on a WordPress hosting situation. Now when I talk about WordPress, I know that some people get a little bit confused. There's something called WordPress.com, but I'm actually talking about WordPress.org when I say WordPress. So every time I mention WordPress, location of where the open source WordPress software is centralized. Now this is not install it because I'm actually able to install it directly through my cPanel, which is part of my hosting program. But please do not go to WordPress. I'm asking everybody, please do not go to WordPress.com, because all WordPress.com is a third-party company that is essentially taking this free. And if you notice, okay, something very, very important. This is what a dashboard looks like inside WordPress, and a lot of people are probably familiar with this kind of appearance here. There's something here called plugins. Okay, and if you're on WordPress.com, you definitely do not have this link. Okay, and the plugins, aside from the appearance and allowing you, if this were an actual dashboard, I could click on appearance. and you would see that this open up a little menu that would say themes, okay, which you also do not have on, well, I don't know if you may have it on WordPress.com, but on a real WordPress, you are actually able to download a new theme if you actually want to change your theme. But plugins, important thing besides themes. Themes and plugins are like the two biggest thing on an actual WordPress installation, because plugins allow you to add software to amazing things. And essentially moving forward, I want to get rid of as many monthly fees as I have, like is available as a WordPress plugin that can do some really amazing marketing things, and there are, especially because when you have an actual hosting, you have another thing called cron, and cron is short for like chronology, which is a word that means time basically. What cron does is lets you set up time events to take place via the server time. So, and that's basically how autoresponders work. Is they look, because if you notice when you set them up, it'll say how many times since the person subscribed you want to send that out, and the whole thing that's measuring that is the cron function of the web server. So as the time, say if it was 1 a.m. every night, that server looks and it says, okay, is this person ready to get this email? Are they ready to get this email? That's all done via cron. And plugins, WordPress plugins tap into that same feature. So if there's something that had to do with a timely nature, that's how WordPress gets its power. So just wanted to let you know that there's a lot of amazing with plugins, and it just, like an example is we can use plugins to post things to our Facebook wall, post things to Twitter, essentially any social media out there, as long as the social media has some kind of external share feature that lets outside get to it. We can create a WordPress plugin that will allow us to post and create time schedule different social medias. So essentially what that means is if we get the right software, we can eliminate a lot of the monthly fees that we have.
So Brian, is this WordPress.org, is that free to use?
WordPress is free. Some of the plugins are free and some of them are paid for.
Okay.
So I'm going to be talking about WordPress in much more detail next week, but I just wanted to give a quick little discussion relating to, a lot of people use a plugin within WordPress to create a membership site. Now with Ingresso, we have a member called Membership Suite Plus. We have this software. Now this isn't related to WordPress. This is just some software that Ingresso made, and this will allow us to create. It's kind of similar to a membership site in that it's what it does. First of all, this is the back office part of it. This would be like the front page, okay? And I've got this right now representing my logo, but you can have a logo up at the top left here, and menu of different links, which and it looks like it'll even translate into different languages. But you can have a menu of different links here that you can control somewhere through here. Maybe it's under Manage Templates. Okay, under Manage Templates, there's a link here that says Manage Menu, and this is where you can control how this menu of items appear. Looks like here, okay, and there's an area where you can provide. I just wrote top content. You can put some stuff in here. You can put some text, possibly a link, and it looks like this. Whatever you put here also gets repeated down here. And then there's some bottom content, apparently. And now, when you create your courses in here, this is what they're going to look like. Managed training courses. You add a training course. You give it a name. Whoops. Tagline, course details, all these different things. And when you're done filling all that out, it creates this. Now you can basically have any kind of picture here. Is there a place where you can put a video? Because on somebody's page I saw a video pop up. Okay, but now is for each of the companies that I'm promoting, like Ingresso Cybernetico, I'm going to have an Ingresso Cybernetico course. For Lioness, I'm going to have a Lioness course. And what that's going to allow me when I sign somebody up. Let me try to get rid of that feedback here. When I sign somebody up brand new, it's going to allow me to enroll them into this course. The really, really cool thing about that is when you start adding, you can add the course. List training courses. Okay, then you go in here, action, edit course. What I wanted. List training courses. Manage course, I'm sorry. So there's the course, which is called Introduction. Each course has chapters, and then each chapter can have topics. So adding chapters is simply just click this link here. To edit the content, well, I think you can, if you want to, it's through here. Okay, so then if you want to edit the content of the topic, you go in through here. Now, this is what's very, very good. So your topic has a title. I don't know what vMerge and aMerge are yet. It's some kind of advanced feature. The webinar tool has a vMerge as well. So those are things I need to learn what they are. You can give details on the topic. You can make it active or inactive. It can have a video, and a part that I think is really super cool. Show after 1 day, 2 days, a week. Okay, so you can go through all this stuff. I don't even know how deep it goes. I never even went. I guess it goes out to 52 weeks. So you can create 50 topics within each chapter, and you can add resources. Okay, so back up here, if I were to upload audios and I choose audio here, it would probably know which audio would go with that topic, in addition to the video and the different details you can put in here. So those are the things that create the topic. All that information creates the topic. So you can have several topics within a chapter, and then of course several chapters within a course. Then you can have multiple courses. Now, what I would encourage people to do, mine here says price 0, because the people who join me, I want to be able to give them, say somebody Ingresso, I want to be able to give them this course for free. But let's say somebody else approached me, and this may happen, okay? Somebody else that's on another team might say, hey, you know, I want what you're doing to help start your people out in Ingresso, okay? And if they're on another team, I can send them to my successbrian.membershipsuiteplus.com website. Everybody see this URL here?
So Brian, I have a question.
Sure.
Is this a membership site that you could possibly set up and bring people to just to get training, your training, whatever training you have available that you want to offer them on internet marketing or getting prospects to your business or whatever, and then you could bring them in that way for free, and then give them all the coaching, the training, and everything else, and then gradually, you could introduce them to what you're doing and as far as your business.
Right. I mean, you could set up like a 30-day game plan, a 30-day blueprint, like Ingresso has through YouTube. You could set something up through this.
Yeah, I was looking at it because I've seen a lot of similar programs where you can sign into a program for free and they give you all kinds of trainings and this and that, but at the back end, they're going to want you to join their business, or they're going to want you to to sign up for something to start making some income, because without training is one thing, but without something substantial to start making income, you're not, it's worthless. But if you could bring somebody in and teach them all these things and then say, hey, now you have all these skills, but you need something to start making money from, and would that be a viable option to use this for?
Yes. Yes. You can essentially do anything you want with this, Michael. Do you see how, like what I was showing you back here, do you see how all these different items will let you create various different kinds of content?
Yeah, I saw that. I really like that function. It's really cool. I'd have to play around with it a little bit to learn a little bit more about it to get better at it. But yeah, I like the feature for sure.
Now there are see dashboard. Here they are. There are training videos. Just let us show you. Each one of these is a training video. Okay, so Ingresso has put training videos back here to show you how to do some of these different steps. I look at this one yet. That's why I don't know what it does. But I did do this one. I did this one. I did this one.
So some of those are Ingressos that they already have set up, and some of those are some that you did personally.
These are training videos on how to set the membership setup.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
Yep. So these 6 videos are specifically just on this. Now, since I've been playing with this a little bit, I initially set my price to be free. And what I would encourage you to do is make your price at least. Now, you can charge whatever you feel your course is worth. Okay. And this money, okay, there's a managed payment options here. And you can, if you have a merchant account, you can use AuthorizeNet. Otherwise, you can use PayPal. So, so you put in your email with PayPal. So when they pay, when they click enroll, it's going to send them to. The way mine is set up, it's going to send them to PayPal.
Okay.
Now if I click this, yeah, other things are going to. But I don't have a merchant account. So, I just have PayPal. So if you charge $5,
are those the only two they have? Do they recognize Payza or Solid Trust Pay or anything like that?
Yeah, these are the only 2 they have right now. Okay. I noticed within Ingresso they have more options, so it's possible they're going to put more options back in.
Okay.
Here. But this suite is like only been on the market for like a month. It's like, what I'm trying to say is it's totally brand new. So I'm sure in 6 months from now, this product is going to be, because the product that we have with Cybernetical Live, the industry loves. The industry loves Cybernetical Live. I was on a webinar this week. Dwayne launched something called Webinar Fusion Pro, which is essentially Cybernetical Live. I don't know if you guys saw the. Did you see the buzz on that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. You could get a lifetime. When they first launched it, you could get a lifetime membership to Webinar Fusion Pro that jumped on it the very moment it launched. That was pretty incredible. In other words, $37, you have it for the rest of your life, one-time payment.
Wow.
With that, I mean, we get it through Aggresso. We're paying $25 a month for it. But if you imagine for $37 you could have it for your. Find that valuable? Michael, are you still there?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, it went through several price increases, and people kept buying it, and people kept buying it because every time somebody bought it, the price increased a little. Well, now, right at this moment, I believe they have it at $97. In fact, I'll go to the website. Going on a side tangent here. But I just want to show the power of the products that we have with Aggresso. Okay, right now they're selling it at $97. Now this is pretty much a fixed going up when more people buy it. And I don't know, it says product of the day price freeze for the next, and they're not telling us. They're not telling us how long it's going to be $97. The next plan will do an annual fee. What this $97 means is it's $97. What does $97 for a lifetime? And when it increases next in price, it's going to be annual. So what Dwayne Golden has done is he's created a company called Aggresso Cybernetical. We have access to all these tools. These tools are so good, he's able to sell them on the market outside of Aggresso as well. And he sold 35,000, I believe it's either $35,000 or 35,000 copies. It might be dollars of the Webinar Fusion Pro in like a week or two. It literally was really popular, and a guy that I saw on a webinar recently, in fact I had a webinar with him like on Thursday and on this guy's really good. He does a lot of webinars, so I'm going to be attending a lot of his, and his webinars are on doing webinars better, and they're on doing video stuff better. But he says that he's calling it Webinar Fusion Pro, which we know it as Cybernetical Live. He's saying it's the best webinar, and he's tried like Webinar Jam and several other platforms that are very similar, and he says that Webinar Fusion Pro is the best. So I said all of that people really love the tools and stuff that Aggresso puts out. This Membership Suite Plus is essentially a very brand new product. We only access to it inside of Aggresso right now, and someday he's probably going to sell this outside of Aggresso, and it's going to be very popular. But so what I'm saying is 6 months from now, this product is immensely even better than it is right now. I'm getting a lot of feedback tonight for some reason. But okay, so I was talking about the price. I have 0. I would encourage everybody to make their courses worth at least $5, and don't have any kind of mental restrictions or otherwise any kind of restrictions of having your course even be worth much more. And in fact, I'm going to change mine. Like I said, there's a managed payment options. All that money, if you set it for $5, all that $5 will go directly to you. Aggresso does not take a percent of that. So all we're doing is we're paying $25 a month to Aggresso. We actually get commissions off of that $25 when we refer others. And that pays for this particular product. We can sell things to other people through and keep all the commissions to ourselves. Now, the reason I'm encouraging you to product at a price that you feel comfortable with is because you can add coupons, okay? And so there's these different ways on here, and here's where you select your courses. So right now mine says introduction, but if I had one on Aggresso or Linus or something like that, it would have more checkboxes, and I could say, okay, I want a code for my introduction course or my Linus course or whatever I have in here. You call it a name, so I would say like my personal enrollment. And coupon code of free. I'm going to call it Free Intro 2015. Okay, so now this pops up a calendar. I'm going to say that for December 31st this year, that this coupon will expire. So I'm going to give a % discount, and the % discount will be 100. I'm going to make this active and then hit save. And now I want to list my coupons. Okay, so your coupons, it'll show you what it's on. It doesn't show the course here, but I suppose you can edit and figure out what it's for. Or else in the name, you might want to say which course it's related to, probably help you too. But this is the important thing. This is what you want to tell them to put into the thing when they enroll. When they click enroll, okay, this one didn't require a payment, but let me change that. This training courses, action, edit course, and now I want to change this to $10. Affiliate program too. What that means is you can have other people sell your courses, and you can work out some kind of commission situation for them. See, I'm already enrolled, so okay, here we go. I wasn't sure if this was going to work. $10 in. Now, if I put in that Free Intro 2015 and hit validate coupon, boom, it makes it 0. Now, I click pay now, but it'll enroll me. Well, that's interesting. Well, I'm obviously going to have to tell them that if it's 0, they shouldn't send them to PayPal. See, these are things that will get fixed, I'm sure, as it goes along. But that's essentially the reason why I'm encouraging you to have a price, because there is a link on the front of this that says Marketplace, and when you click on Marketplace, you're going to see all of the courses that other people are listing. So if somebody happens to find your course through this Marketplace, if it were free, like see this guy here, Mr. John, has a free chat and serve something, Learn Coding Nighter. I can get into his course for free. Maybe there's not a lot there, but I could get into his course for free. Now, a lot of these guys are charging something, you know. I don't know what their courses are, but they're charging something for it. This guy has one on drop shipping for $20. It might be in Spanish, though. But anyway.
Yeah,
we can do all these courses. Yes.
You know, Brian, I was curious now, is that part of our member suite, or do you have to be a member of Progresso in order to use that?
Yes, it's part of Ingresso. I'm going to show that here. Oh, I'm logged into Ingresso. Just got to get my screen share and going back again. Yep, so it is part of the products. Can everybody see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay, where it says IC Membership Suite. That I must not be logged in.
Yeah, you want to refresh. Go to your dashboard. There you go.
Okay, so product, suite, and then it takes us to this. So it's part of Ingresso. It's part of the $25 a month, but it's only if you're on Smart Order. If you're actually not on Smart Order, the link may show, but it won't work. So it's a Smart Order. The tools will be available if you're not on Smart Order. In other words, you just pay the $25 a month. This particular one, you pay the $25 a month, but also have to be on Smart Order. So on this one. So the last thing I want to show on this is when students log in to take your courses, they have a way where they can ask you a question. And down here at the bottom, there's a link that says Students Questions. And when students have a question for you, it'll show up right here for you. So you can, all of your students from all of your different courses will show up in here. And there was one more thing I wanted to show. It was the URL. I wanted to show the URL. Site here. Can everybody see this? successbrian.membershipsuiteplus.com.
Yes, we can.
Okay. When you go into your dashboard, up at the very, very top, we'll click dashboard here. Wait, where do I got to go? Okay. Maybe when you click this icon up here, there's a subdomain. I chose the same thing as my username with Ingresso because that's what I usually give as my username for everything. What that Membership Suite Plus is where they're hosting this product. You get this subdomain which goes before the domain name, successbrian.membershipsuiteplus. This is an actual URL then. This will list all your courses. And as you have more courses, I only have one right now, but there's several templates you can choose from. Okay, now my screen's loading up. As you add more courses, you can have them choose to have it big if you want to. You can choose to have them small. But look at these templates and figure out which arrangement will create the best look that you want to have. But you'll have a common URL used to promote all these different courses. So based on what I've explained here with this membership site, any questions related to anything related to it, anything related to the topic of membership sites?
Can you possibly that the chat box?
Quiz, are you able to hear what David said?
No, I wasn't. Could you repeat that, David?
I was wondering if you can put that link in the chat box.
He's asking, can you put the link to the membership suite in your chat box? In other words, he's looking for a link to membership suite. But David, you are a member of Ingresso. You can get to a membership suite by just logging in and going to your back office.
Yeah, it should be inside your back office, David. I found it the other day.
If you go in your back office and go to products, you're going to see your membership suite listed as one of the products.
Yeah, it's called IC Membership Suite. My site isn't really ready for. I still have a lot of tweaking I want to do, but I'm still learning, and just wanted to share that this is an example of something really easy. I feel it's pretty easy to set something right now. Set one up through WordPress as well. One of the things I like best about it has that time feature.
I believe that the vMerge has something to do with your autoresponder, and I believe that you should be able to take your course, and probably you can attach it to a capture page or something along those lines, and actually sell it that way. As far as having a attach it to a capture page or a sales page or a marketing funnel of some sort, and say, hey, this is Success Brian here, and this is my course on I don't know, cooking bacon,
I think you're right, Quiz. I think you can do that. I think that's probably the right way to do that.
No, because the vMerge has something to do with the autoresponders. I know that. You'll also find that on your autoresponders, and you also find the vMerge on your webinar platform. You can merge all of that stuff, I believe, to your autoresponder. So when you do look at that video, I'm pretty sure that's what you'll find, Brian. And I appreciate you sharing this with us, because the membership suite is actually one of the newer products with Ingresso, and one of the reasons why I love Ingresso as a business is because, and Brian could tell you this, Mr. Dwayne M. Golden, I mean, one of the things he wants to do is add value without necessarily adding to your cost. So if you like the type of business that you get more for your dollar, then Ingresso Cybernetical is definitely one of the businesses for you. I mean, listen, it doesn't get any better than this. When I started with Ingresso, there was already about 8 different ways you could make money. I mean, let's break it down. You have your IC Cloud, all right? You have your webinar hosting platform, which we already know about that. You have lead pages, marketing funnels, things of that nature, right? We have language learning software. We know about that. We know we have digital products that we get 100% commission on that are all copy and paste. You can market any of that stuff. We also have, what am I missing here? Domain names, IC Host World. They have the IC apps. I mean, the value with this company goes on, and I haven't even talked about the cycler. The residual implications of just doing smart order. I mean, how much more stuff could you possibly find woven into a company that the price point is $25 a month? I mean, don't just take my word for it. Michael, you've been in this industry for a while, correct? I mean, Brian's been in this industry for 22 years.
Yeah, I've been in the industry for 4 or 5 years. I can tell you, I've never seen so many different tools and income streams in one place ever. I don't think, and I've only been in just a few days, but just looking around and actually with Brian's help, learning how all different functions within the system works, I get even more excited every day, because I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that cool thing was there that I could use, and now I'm like, wow, man, now I'm like, yeah, this is definitely one of the best values you'll get on the internet anywhere.
Well, Mike, I actually found value with Ingresso within a matter of seconds of me joining. Just the way that they have it set up, where they don't dig into your bank account automatically like that. I was in love with that. The fact that they had the e-wallet, I thought that was sophisticated. They have a lot of different ways that you can make payments. I
like that too, Quiz. You actually have to put money into your account to pay for stuff. They don't automatically take it from you. So yeah, I like that feature too, because that makes it really cool. They're not begging for your money. They're not trying to get you every month or whatever. They're not trying to put you on any kind of an auto ship or whatever. They're just saying, hey man, if you want to keep using the tools, just fund your account. And I like that. That's a cool feature that they have, and they kind of leave it up to you, and there's no pressure on you to do anything. So yeah, I like I said, I've only been in a few days, but I love it, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's an awesome system.
And the thing is, when you get in the back office, and Brian could tell you, I mean, there's videos on everything. I mean, including a 30-day blueprint to help you go on. And they have a 30-day boot camp in there also that has motivational videos. So I mean, I think that they have all of the bases cornered. And I mean, I'm talking about that. Now Brian just breaks down a product basically that's new, that wasn't there when I first started with Ingresso. That's only been around for about a month right now, that I haven't even examined. The people I'm bringing in are telling me, hey, you could do this on Ingresso. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So it's awesome. You know what I mean? They're continuing to grow. They're continuing to expand. They're continuing to extend the scope of the abilities that we have with this business. And it just doesn't seem like there's going to be any. There seems like there's no real reason for anybody to leave Ingresso. That's just my personal take on it.
No,
Brian,
unless you're not willing.
Brian, you muted Michael in the middle of talking.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm not able to unmute you.
I know. Brian is like a big kid in the toy store, man. He's over here. He's playing around with this thing as we're speaking. Like he's like, hey, look, this is cool too.
I'm getting a lot of feedback. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. We have heard a lot of feedback from you, but our program is pretty much going on. I just kind of wanted to get to the point where we're rounding it down and pretty much wrapping things up here, because it's really redundant. Like if you followed our video series, if you followed any of my webinars from the beginning of when I first started this business, and probably continuing on to the next year and a half. I mean, when the thing that I saw in there, Brian, when you were showing the back office with the membership suite and you were showing the coursework, I saw my good friend Earl Cox in there. You know what I mean? So I might have to sign up for his coursework, because we always have a bunch of things going on. But
you got to ask him if he's got a coupon for you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he'll give me a coupon. I mean, I actually attend some of his stuff too. But the reality of things is that, I mean, this is one of those companies that the value just doesn't seem to end, and it doesn't make a difference if we're in competition with no other business other than ourselves, because we can actually boost your business with all of the stuff we have here. So, I mean, there's a lot of businesses out there that have direct products that don't have any tools or anything like that. I mean, this is a perfect complementary business to a business that somebody's really interested in, that really may be passionate about. But the reality of things is that I don't see any real reason to not actually give Ingresso Cybernetico a legitimate shot. I want to share a story about when I actually first got Brian into Ingresso. It was really funny, but I'll save that for another program. Brian, is there anything else you want to add to the mix here? Because I think you did a phenomenal job. I mean, you always add more value to everything that you do, so we appreciate you here.
Yep. So I just wanted to encourage everybody to take the membership suite program, and they don't have to make it like their first priority, but when they have some time available and they got everything working good, I would encourage you to at least create a course for all of your new enrollees, so that maybe you want to give them maybe 10 videos on how to get started quickly or something like that. You can ask me for help if you have any questions or need some advice on how to put that together. But go ahead and make an introduction course for all your new enrollees. Give them something of value to join you. As you're talking to them, you can say, hey, I've consulted with my mentors. I've got a great 10-day lecture on how to get started, and I want to help you get started quickly so you can have some success. So I just want to encourage you to do that.
Fantastic, phenomenal idea, man. I think that's awesome.
And then we can later create that as a way that you can have an additional income stream as well.
So there you have it. And yet another reason why you should subscribe to Branding Made Easy. I mean, it's really pretty redundant at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, realistically, this is a great material. There's no reason why anybody can't do it. It doesn't take a high IQ. Smart people make smart decisions. And somebody watching this probably is already subscribed. If not, they're probably trying to contact either myself, Brian, or any of our social media professionals here at Quizmax Inc. To get with us and find out more about Ingresso Cybernetico, the wonderful tools, benefits, advantages, features, and for only $25 a month. I mean, that's clearly extremely affordable for all that we get here. So thank you very much for checking out our program. Feel free to subscribe, leave comments if you have any additional information that you may want, or to get in touch with us and help further expand your scope of knowledge of what we're doing here and how it can help you or benefit you. So please feel free to contact us. Feel free to get in touch with us. Feel free to subscribe once again. And another program of Branding Made Easy is in the books. Mr. Lake, you are a gentleman, a scholar, and we greatly appreciate you. And if you're watching this program, we appreciate you too. Thank you very much for joining us, Michael. Thank you very much for joining us, David.
Thank you, Thank you, Brian.
And thank you for joining us at home. You guys take care. Have a fantastic evening.